Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we are going to be working on a 602 crate dirt late model that's busted all to pieces back here. We are going to try to get it ready for the Gene Main Memorial Race that's happening at Needmore Speedway. We got less than a week to do this, so it's kind of a bit of a time crunch. So starting off, you can tell that it's missing the hood and the filler and the fenders. Those are all crunched up right at the moment. The hood's laying on top, and you can see the damage here on the hood that's going to have to be addressed. And then we have the passenger side door here that's pretty bent up. The quarter panel, it's not great, but it's probably okay. We could just massage it just a little bit maybe. I know that this side is a little worse than what I remembered, so it's got a little bit of massaging that needs to be done on it as well, where the bottom's been crinkled in. You know that the power steering, I think it's a line that blowed, so I don't have power steering, and it's been sitting here for about 6 months, so the carburetor is probably going to need to be looked at. Take this off and see if this thing will crank up. Why, could you go in there and turn the ignition and all on? You know how to do all that? Flip the big red switch on that's over there. Yeah. Yeah, just, yep. Like that. Okay. Hold on, don't do nothing yet though. Did the lights come on? Yeah. Okay.
The ignition's already flipped on.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just, that first button is the starter. So, you look. See, it's not, no gas. All right, spin it over. Oh, it's dead. All right, go get the battery charger. So we had to bring the generator out here and hook it up, turn it on so we could charge the battery. And yeah, looks like it's charging. So maybe while we do that, Wyatt's gonna get a hammer and try to straighten out this hood. Wyatt said it's gonna find Jesus today because he's finna beat the hell out of it.
I'm saying like that.
Hit it right here and flatten that out. Don't hit me. Alright, we're gonna have to call that good enough. Yeah, pressure wash the outside and the inside.
I'm gonna wash this pad off.
While we got the battery on charge, what we're going to do is grab some of the hood filler, the fenders. They're all crunched up too, so we're going to bring those out and be straightening them while we wait for the battery to charge so I can try to crank this thing. It's supposed to be a fender, but as you can see, it's pretty flattened out.
Hey, this one good.
We're going to have to patch something right here, I'm sure. This is the left side fender, and it's supposed to look like. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's not going to be too bad. And then this is the T-bar that goes across, and it's pretty crunched up. We're going to have to get that off. This ain't the first time that I've had to straighten this hood filler up, so it's pretty dinged up from previous excursions on the racetrack. This is probably going to take a minute. What we're going to do is, it's been a minute since we been charging the battery. Hopefully it'll have enough to spin this thing over where we can try to get it crunk up. Wow, that was quick. Yeah. Spin over again. Let me see if I can keep this thing running. It's not spraying. Maybe just a little bit right here. Hold on, let me pump it 50, 11 times. Try it.
Ow!
Right in the eyeballs.
Could have told you.
Ow. It burns. All right, spin it over. Right in my RDN. Try it. We got the bark off. I'm gonna have to take that carburetor off and completely go through it to get it working correctly. So what we're gonna do is get the foiler out, pull it over, push it over here to get it washed up, and I'll pull the carburetor off after he gets it washed up and start going through it. We'll figure it out.
Oh, the headers are hot.
Don't touch the headers, they're hot.
I was like, dude, what is burning my leg? And I was like, down. I was like,
Now that we got the dirt knocked off of it, we're gonna get Wyatt to put the tires back on it, and we'll get it into the shop. Are you struggling, son? Get it. Just pick it up and put it on
I ain't
there.
doing it now.
It weighs like 5 pounds. Come on, you got
But
it.
I can't get it right. I'm bad at finding the hole.
Dude, it's got like 100 holes. All you gotta do is just line one of them up.
Got 10.
Come on. Almost got it. There you go. Where's the lug nuts?
I have no clue.
They were on
They're
there.
there in my pocket. They're not heavy. I just don't. I'm bad at finding it.
Good at making excuses though, ain't you?
Yeah. I mean, oh.
It's right there. Got it.
Oh.
You're welcome.
I either learn from you and Mama. And Mama don't make excuses, so. Camera down, man. I'm gonna show this old man now how easy it is to do this with one hand. Look at that.
This one is a little bit difficult. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, now you wanna start making an excuse.
I can let you do it.
No, no.
And with a bent up door.
Yeah, we probably should have set that door off. Just do it. We've been sitting in it the whole time.
You know what would make it easier?
What?
You could jack the left rear up.
You know. Boom!
You know, when most people jack up a car, a lot of them try to go side to side, but especially on a race car with the way the chassis is, when you're going up with it, you go back to front, and then when you're going down with it, you go front to back. With the fastest jack in the world. What's that, like 16, 17 pumps already?
I'm just the fastest jacker.
You are. I believe that 100%. If there was a competition for jacking, you'd probably win it, no, hands down. Well, you wouldn't be no NASCAR crew member. 5 minutes and 37-second stops. So this is my nephew's Super Street car. It's in a lot better shape than mine, but he did have to get his nose tore off, and we're trying to fix that as well. So, but we're just going to push this out of the way, and then get my car in here.
got flat tires.
Alright, hold. Well, that sun's sinking low. We put in a good effort for today. I think we're gonna call it, get back on it tomorrow, and try to get this thing fixed up. Hopefully we can get it all done, at least get this thing track worthy. So see you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's day 2. The next day we're got to get this carburetor off, and we're getting a little bit of a late start because, you know, some people have to work. You know what I'm talking about. And I had to go pick up my daughter from cheerleading practice. So she actually is cheer captain, which we're very proud of. But yeah, so today the plan is to get the carburetor off and to try and get it worked out, because we have a very short amount of time to get this done. My nephew turns 29 today, so happy birthday. We're gonna go eat dinner with him tonight. So we got very limited time for this day, and I've been saying that we have 3 days left, but actually, including today, we have 4 days left. I was a day off because I don't know what day it is. So we got this day and then 3 more days after today. So we need to get started. A couple of them rags and lay under there, because when we take the lines loose, there's probably gonna be some fuel come out of them. And what we're gonna do is, race cars are made to work on, so to take the throttle linkage off, you just pop it off. Right, well, pop it off. No, well, you just take this and pop it off like that, and then we're going to take 4 of these screws out, nuts off, and then we're going to have to come around here and take these lines off. So why put those rags up underneath here, and so
Just shove them.
yeah, just shove them up underneath there. And this is where the fuel is going to be leaking out of, so we need to get that. And you shove it back over here. So what you want to do is, you want to hold this one right here and then loosen this one up. And this might try to spin with you, but just hold it. And then same right here, hold it right here and loosen this up. And then while you're doing that, I'll be taking the nuts off. Yeah, that's a standard and metric size wrench right there. Alright, do it now. You're tightening it, son. Go the other way.
I thought it was...
There you go. No, because this is the fitting. You're taking this off of that. Alright, we need to make sure we get all these washers off and not let them fall down to the intake like that one almost just did. And then this one right here.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
So, you know, yesterday the pumper sprays out was clogged up, so we're gonna take the bowls off and try to see if we can get that fixed up. You want to help me, Y? And I'll show you how to do this stuff.
Yes.
These squirters right here.
Yeah.
What happens when you hit the gas? This rod on this side pumps. It pushes this down and it sprays fuel right out of here. And this is a double pump carburetor, so on this side it's got basically the same thing. And then when you get wide open throttle, this hits that pumper and it sprays out of this back. So what we got to do, let's get this off so it just be out of our way. All right, so what you want to do is hold this and then loosen that up, and all this will come apart and take all, it'll come off with all this stuff. Just take that stuff off.
This one.
Yep, just lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Yeah, but it's backwards.
And you can take your time. It ain't like we're pressed for it or anything. So. All right, now take this. When you take these off, fuel's gonna come out because it's full of fuel. So let's just take 4, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and it'll pull that bowl off.
This rag was not enough.
There's a lot of rags right there. Just pull them out. Okay. So sometimes you just gotta tap it just a little bit, and it'll pop off. Try not to mess your gaskets up. Woo! Did you see that? It was like stuck, and I was wanting to see if it was. But that's how that works. So this pushes it up into a diaphragm, and that diaphragm squirts water out, or squirts fuel out, just like that. So that's how that works. Why? If you was wondering. All right, and then. All right, take this and take this off, but there's a gasket up under here, so make sure you get it all up there. See, these passages right here go to your boosters. I think it's this passage right here is what goes up to here. So let's spray some. See if we can get it unstuck. Yep, felt it. See that needle right there? That's what was stuck. We could probably just clean it off real good. Go get some the WD-40, which is the best tool in my arsenal. Spray it down. We just go through all the passages. So when I put these gaskets back on, I always put WD-40 on there because you're always in a carburetor when you're working on a race car. So putting WD-40 on the gaskets helps where it don't stick, but it also helps it seal when you tighten everything down. So I always like to coat them with WD-40, especially running this E85 or R85 ethanol race fuel. It really helps things not get stuck. And put this together on this so you can get everything lined up. And then this right here goes up underneath here. You gotta make sure it goes up underneath when you go, and then just line everything up and start your bolts. Just kind of get it snug, make sure it ain't moving around. All right, put you up, and then I go back over them and make sure they're tight enough. But you shouldn't be able to twist it hard enough with just that screwdriver. No. Cross. Start right here and go just like putting on a tire. Oh, okay. So that way you're going even. what we want to do is get a 3/8 and 7/16, and to stretch it out you loosen it up and that spring pushes it out. I don't know why it got loose like that. Because you want it basically to be spraying right when you hit the gas and crack that butterfly open. You want it to be starting to shoot fuel down. Alright, so that's good. Now we got to do the other side. So take that off. The other side is just like doing the first one we did. So I'm just going to put you in fast forward and get this done. So a good thing to do is to be really careful when you're tightening a carburetor up, because I have broken these base plates by over torquing, and it's really easy to do. What I do is use the 2-finger, kind of just grab it where I can't get a lot of torque on it and just snug them up. And of course when you're putting it on, you do the cross pattern. But yeah, that's just a good tip, is to be very careful when you're doing that, because it's terrible when you break a base plate off. Alright, well, let's try to crank this thing. Go over here and I think everything's on. Yeah. Alright. Try it again. Why is oh, from where we washed it. Alright, try it again. I gotta adjust on that carburetor some. So I let it warm up a little bit, and I set the carburetor, and it's actually spraying out of the squirters now, so that's good. I think we're good to go. Well, we did get the carburetor done, got it adjusted out. It'll crank up, it sprays fuel now, so I think that's going to wrap it up for today, because like I say earlier, we had got to go to my nephew's birthday dinner, and it's getting close to that time, so by the time I go clean up, it'll be time to go. Wyatt's already gone, he's up there getting ready to go now, so I think that'll do it for today. Really, this time 3 more days to finish this thing up, so hopefully we can get it done. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. See you tomorrow. Hey y'all, it's the next day, and we're gonna get this car up on jack stands and start working out the body stuff. We have to take this door off right here that's all crinkled in. We're gonna fix the bracing on that and straighten that door out. Got my nephew Russell here. Say hey, Russell.
What's up, guys?
And Wyatt's helping me out today, starting to jack it up. Get the jack stands up underneath it, get the tires off of it. We have to replace this brace that got bent up.
That's good, cuz.
Remove it, get the other door, put it back on, put the bracing back on. Let the boys jack it up and get started on taking the door off and the bracing. And got a lot of work to do today. Let's get after it. So we've been working for a minute and we're trying to get these braces straightened out and fixed. The header is not supposed to be like that. And you can tell because it's been all the hell. But I don't have a piece to fix that, but hopefully we could take these springs off. And there's one on the back side. It's supposed to be one right here, but it's gone already. So take these springs off and just take this whole thing off and leave it open like that. So try to get these springs off, and they're under pressure a lot of times, but that one wasn't too bad. There's one on the back side. There's that one right there that I gotta get off too. Let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Now, oof, ooh, ooh. There. I might have to get something to beat it with.
Let me get the prowl on.
Ah, let's see that's doing. Oh. Coming off.
It was moving.
See if you can wiggle it, Russell. It's moving a little bit. Alright, let's see if I can. It's just bound up right here. Get that cutoff wheel and let's cut this right here.
Go. Safety first. Protection goes the wrong way.
Want the bigger one?
I'm in the firing zone here.
I can't get to the inside.
Oh,
I might be able to bend it off.
Well, I'll be darned.
Oh, that's hot.
is it? I need to get something to. You always want to use your best screwdriver to do this one. That way you can mess it up real good. It's just such an easy place to get to is what. Yay! Hold that. Don't hold that, it's hot. It's like an oval shape now. It's just gonna have to do though. It's gonna be blowing right on that tire, which is perfect. All right. Now that we got the that taken care of, go ahead and put that brace on the bottom side, and then we can
bend this up?
huh?
Bend this up?
Yeah, you can kind of try to straighten it out a little bit. It's probably gonna be bent though, like it's probably too long. Yep, just like it was underneath the car, saw a leak from the power steering pump, which we knew we had a power steering issue, but I found this line. It's busted, cracked, leaking.
Alright guys, we got the hose off the scrap car. Now it's time to put it back on the car.
Goofy. But like he said, we are going to put this hose back on here, and try to get finished up with this body. So I'm trying to get you guys up here to show you what a dang booger this thing is to try to get on here, and it's about to get me aggravated. About a quarter of a turn every time you try to tighten it. I'm laying on my back upside down, broke my wrist 3 places and my fingers so I could get up here to try to tighten this thing. This one right here is terrible. Torqued. And then, well, I'll say it's not gonna be bad. But I got this cover in the way. But this is where it's at. At least it's a little easier to get to, but not much. Oh, I also found that. That's not good. That's supposed to be one piece, not sliding around on there. We'll address that later though. Let me get this tightened up. I'll be right back.
I'm taking the hood pins off of this broke, bent up, nasty mess so we can fix it up.
See, this is bent too, but I think I can straighten this out. We're gonna have to take this off and straighten this out right here. But that's what Russell's gonna be doing. He's gonna be taking this off, and then I'm gonna have to figure out something to replace this part with, make a T-bar. So I'll be looking for that while you do this, okay? Gotcha. What are you doing? Rolling across the floor? You just flipped over,
I don't know what happened, man.
So what we're doing here is trying to get this straightened up. It was bent pretty good. I got this straightened up because it was crooked. So hopefully we can persuade this a little bit to straighten up. All right. I think that's good enough for government work. Next thing on the to-do list would be to get the braces done on this side, on the passenger side. Get the doors hammered out, and then we'll put the doors on, get the doors and everything put back on, and that way all we have to do is the front end stuff, because it'll be tomorrow before I can get back on the front end without the parts that I need. So tomorrow I'll go get some parts and get on that front end, but right now let's get the sides. Let's make our marks. Actually,
You gonna go on top of it?
Actually, come on, hold it. Like that. Where's our next mark?
Right there. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they're gonna be side by side, basically. All right. And this last one. So now that we got all the holes drilled and they're lined up where they're supposed to be, all we have to do is put in the bolts and then we'll be good to go. It's not exactly lined up like we wanted it to, so we're gonna make a little modification so it'll work.
Here, you need that?
Yeah, give me that first.
And the drop cord is out the door.
Right behind you.
Oh. Right behind you, bro. There you go.
Plug it in. Now that it's getting hot, Russell, come grab it. And
All right, I got it.
it is hot, so be careful. All right. Tighten these up a little bit. Good luck. Experience.
Yeah, just touch the hot right.
All right. Now, let's got this fender on. It's bolted down. Got the hood hold down piece riveted on, which I forgot to wash it, so got to do that. So all we have left is to get this right side fender done, but the right side fender needs some attention. It's got some rips in it, and this is ripped up. We're going to take this sheet metal right here and cut it out and rivet it in place on these rips just to hold it together to try to get us through one brace at least. Definitely needs to be replaced, but like I say, this is a budget build, so we're not going to do that. We're going to patch it up and send it. We got it all patched up, and the rivets are kind of shining off a little bit because they're silver rivets, but we're not going to let that stick out so much like that. We're going to take our Sharpie and we're going to color those babies in. Shoot, yeah, can't even see them now. Perfect.
We're getting ready to change the oil on the race car. It's been a couple races since it's been changed, so we're finna get this oil drained out of here and probably change this oil filter too while we're at it.
Oh, 100% we're changing the oil filter.
Check everything else while we're under here, and we're finna get to work on changing this oil. So
let's see if I can get it.
Yeah. Go. How long is this?
No water, that's good. It don't look bad.
It's very, very sticky right here. Feel it?
Well, that's just, yeah, it's gonna have that because it gets turned a lot of RPMs. That way it should. Put two hands on it if you need help.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to try it?
Yeah.
Get up from under there. Let's see if I can get it. Too slippery.
That's true. Here we go, guys. I found it. Here you go.
So we always fill up the oil. You ain't got to fill it like all the way to the tip top. And just take some of that oil right there and put it on that seal, so it'll seal up all the way around it. And then go put it on. We're going to be using base 1540 heavy duty diesel engine oil.
Base.
So I've never used this type of base. I've used the synthetic base oil, but we're going to try this and see how it works. I think it's going to be okay. My theory is that you can kind of use whatever oil you want to. It's all basically good oil, because the trick to these motors, or the life of these motors, is actually changing the oil. Change your oil regularly and you shouldn't have any problems with it. I've never had any problems with it. I've used VR1, Mobile 1, base oil, Lucas oil, and I've never had any trouble with any of them. As long as you use a good oil with a lot of zinc additive, it's usually okay. And when you're putting your oil filter on, you ain't got to torque that thing down to 575 foot-pounds. You can just use your hands and tighten it up. All it's got to do is seal on the adapter plate down there. Don't over tighten it, because you're gonna have to take it back off. So just tighten it with your hands, it'll be good enough. Liquid robotics oil stabilizer. Never heard of that, but I guess it's good for it. So this is a 7-quart pan, but we're going to put 8 quarts in it to make up for the filter, because it'll hold about a quart. And I like to run a little over, because we run a lot of RPMs, about 62 to 6500 RPMs, so that a little bit of extra oil is not going to hurt it.
Might smoke.
Smoky. But you just got to be real careful when you start. Oh, look at there. Didn't spill a drop yet.
Don't bump me.
That's perfect. That's better than me. You're going to be my oil filler upper guy now, forever. You're welcome.
I got you.
Now that we got the oil in it, we're going to bust it off, make sure the oil pressure comes up, make sure there's no leak. All right. Switch it on and turn it over.
Ready?
Yep. Done with the 67. The nose turned out pretty good, and this side turned out really good. Still, I mean, it's used. It's been raced for sure. And then oh my god, this side's a little worse for wear. But you know what they say, if your right side of your body's messed up, that means you're passing people. But if your left side's messed up, that means people's passing you. So I'll take a little crinkle on the right side. At least it looks like I've been passing people. All right, so doing a little maintenance here before I change the boot for the rack. I'm pulling these brake pads away from the rotors. That way they don't stick to the rotor and create issues. And take your best tool, WD-40. And spray everything down. Everything that moves, every heim joint, and every pivot point, get sprayed just down real good, and then spray the rotor down. And I know what you're thinking, why are you spraying oil on the rotor or WD-40 on the rotor? Well, as soon as you hit the brakes, when you get on the track, all that goes away. But this will, in the meantime, while it's sitting here, it'll help it keep from rusting up. It keeps everything lubricated, keeps the rotors in tip-top shape. So that's why I do that with the rotors. Just pulling those brake pads away from them rotors, because the brake pad would actually sit in here especially in South Georgia where the humidity is really high all the time, pulling these brake pads away helps keep them from actually sticking to the rotor. And if they sit long enough, they actually kind of weld themselves to the rotor, and it'll actually lock the brakes down. And it these pistons in this caliper and everything lock down too, and you won't have no brakes, which is not a good thing, especially in dirt track racing. So I spray the brake pads, the caliper, try to get in there where the pistons are and lubricate them as well. It's sitting up, like when you winterize it and everything, it's not a bad idea to spin your rear end every once in a while too, because the gears inside actually start rusting as well. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be showing the secret squirrel stuff.
Oh goodness.
Just kidding, I don't care. Everybody's got pretty much the same stuff, especially in these late model classes. Anything I got, you can see. I don't mind at all. But some folks do think that they got some kind of big secret, which it's all about what you do in the shop. You know what I just thought?
Huh?
You know them people that are all secret squirrel stuff on their race cars?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably cheating. That's why they don't want you to see nothing. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate y'all guys watching. Our next video hopefully is going to be of us racing this thing at the Gene May Memorial this weekend at Needmore. The main thing I want is for us to have fun. We should have actually this car, my nephew's Super Street car, and my other nephew's Enduro car. We're gonna have 3 cars out there this weekend, so it should be a lot of fun. Might turn into a lot of work, but that's okay too. So, but thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos and more updates, and we'll just keep y'all updated. Peace.